I'm 38 years old. I'm married to Garrett, who is a very supportive, loyal husband, and we are blessed with 2 girls. We don't have much spare time, it's busy. We both work full time. At the weekends we like going to the beach or to the park for a walk or doing some arts and crafts with the girls. I didn't really think I had a hearing problem. Family members would constantly have to repeat themselves, and I would blame it on the environment. Part of that may have been not wanting to admit that I had a hearing problem. The difficult part for me is my mum had a hearing problem, and I went with her to the hearing assessment, and that's when I first found out that I had a really bad, significant hearing loss, worse than my mum, which was funny. I was very emotional that night, and I found it really hard to accept that I needed hearing aids. So I was nervous about going back to get the hearing aids fitted. And I remember when I put the hearing aids in, I had a shirt on that day because I had left work for the appointment. But when I heard the sound of my arm brush across my shirt for the first time, I realised, okay, I've been missing out on an awful lot. I've had my hearing aids now 6 years. Although my hearing aids were good, these are better in so many ways. I can hear the words of a song. Before I would know the tune of a song, but I wouldn't have had the clarity to make out the words of a song. And I love music. Music's really important. They're really well designed, they're really comfortable. The curve on the hearing aid means that it fits nice and snug in behind the ear, and the volume control is really good. I actually forget I'm wearing the hearing aids. You're not constantly reminded of your hearing loss. You're constantly reminded of what you didn't hear before you had them. With my current hearing aids, I'm able to take a call hands-free, the touch of a button. Having the app is a really good way to communicate with your audiologist. Basically, you select a happy or a sad face and record your experience in your environment at a social event or listening to the TV. So then he can make changes to my hearing aids to suit my needs. My previous hearing aids, I had to replace the battery every 5 to 6 days. But with these hearing aids, I recharge them every night. So you have the freedom of going to a social event or just meeting someone for lunch and knowing that you're fully charged and ready to listen. It's a very hard thing to explain to people, and unless you have a hearing loss, you know, my mum gets me because she has the same type of hearing loss as me, and I feel really privileged to have her because she's my best friend, and she's also able to relate to problems that I may have or have had in the past, and I think it might have strengthened our relationship as mother and daughter. We're able to go out as a family. I can really enjoy that now with these hearing aids. I'm calmer in myself. I'm able to have a clear head and think on what we're going to do for the day and where we can go, and we're not limited as to where we can go. I know that I was very emotional when I first got them, and I think if I had have known what I know now, I wouldn't have been anyway emotional. I would have been excited. I think that's the way I was in getting these new hearing aids. I was excited because I was like, my own old hearing aids are good, but if these are better, then, you know, I can't wait. My name is Fiona, and my favourite sound is laughter.